Okay, we're back here again, Autodesk Inventor Professional 2020. So this time we'll be doing an offset of the profile, then making an extrusion and cutting the surface of the part file. So I'll be using the part file 12. Then I'm just going to save as that part file. So double click on this one. So we are now in the model tab. So I have here your surface. So I will be trying to do an offset on this surface. So to have a ribs cut on this side. So let's try to do some sketch. I'm going to 2D sketch. I'm gonna sketch on this surface. Then I'll be projecting. So let's try to project yung surface na ito. Okay, so once it is being projected, so you will notice here in our sketch, you have a projected loop. Okay, so mapapansin din, you will notice also we have your mirror. So from the last activity, okay, so you will notice here in the model window. So what are the features that is being done in our model part? So since we have already the projected loop, so I'm gonna click the offset. So notice, so I'm gonna select the edge. So I'm gonna hold left mouse button. So holding that one and dragging your mouse going inside the part file or going inside toward the diameter of the circle, toward the center of the circle. Then press release of your left mouse button. So we have here. So and press the left mouse button. So we have here the created offset line. Then next I will be projecting also this line. So I'm gonna press the left mouse button and drag and clicking it on this file and this in this distance, and also this one I'm gonna click also this one and drag and clicking on your left mouse button and creating this distance. Now since ito lang naman ang kailangan natin, and this will be the one we'll be using for extruding, so let's try to remove all the excess lines by using the trim command from modify. So I'm gonna trim this one, and this one also, this one, and this one. So after trimming that one, I'm gonna delete. So press delete. I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete this line and this line and this line. So this also, and this also. So I have what is left now is the one profile that is left that we're going to extrude or cut away from our part file. Then next I will notice, forgot to, we have 6 dimensions that are required for constraint. So I'm gonna press my dimensions here, so giving the dimension for this line, so I can, so in future you can modify the diameter and dimension, so giving it a dimension so that we have a reference. So clicking this line, so that is along the line of parallel to the dimension, parallel to the line. So now we have 2 dimensions required for constraint. So let's have another for this one. So this side. So you will notice, so wait a minute, if you will try to move, so you will notice here, so big sabihin yan, there is still a part that is not being constrained. So makita nyo, that is the movement, no? That is the movement of the line of the drawing of the profile, no? So I'm gonna click this one to undo that one, so that balik tayo sa dating yung figures. Then I will do a dimension so that ito so that this will no longer move. It will be in a constrained position. So clicking at this point and clicking at the center of the line, center of the circle, so giving it a dimension, so to constrain this one. So you will notice here we still have one. Okay, so try to move. Okay, cancel that one. So trying to move the sketch, so mapapansin, you will notice the movement. So this still unconstrained. So ito yung sinasabi niya siguro na which is not constrained. Still one dimension is required for constraint. So I'm gonna undo that one. So to make it, to go back to its origin previous sketch profile, then I'm gonna give this one a dimension for this point so that we can constrain this position. So okay, let's try to do this one. So check. So we have now achieved fully constraint of our sketch. So I'm gonna click the finish sketch button. So I'm gonna go into home view. So let's do an extrude for this surface. Then let's try to cut this one with 5 mm. So not even going to flip the direction so that we can cut. So let's try to reduce this one. Let's say around 3 mm. Okay, then click OK. So we have here the cut file. Then I'm going to go to my view, visual style. So going to shade it with edges so that I can clearly see the features that I have been created. Now let's go to 3D model. This time we're going to apply the fillet here to have a good view, or usually there is also a purpose for that fillet that is already being fillet that is being discussed already in your machine design. So there's a greater purpose of using fillet. Then I'm gonna give this one let's say I'm gonna give the radius of our fillet that will be 0.5, leaving that one, and checking your loop so that we have here a loop on this upper part of our cutted surface. So this is supposed to be that will be a loop. So let's try to cancel this one and let's try another one. Let's try to repeat the activity in the futures. So let's select the loop. So we have now the loop being selected. I'm gonna click OK, click apply. Then next, so you will need to select also the loop below, or below the surface, bottom of the surface. So we have here. Okay, so I have created, and I'm gonna click apply. So we have now created the fillet for upper protrusion and below protrusion, bottom of the protrusion part file that is being cut from our part file. I'm gonna click escape or cancel of this. Then you can also mirror this one to the other side, but it's up to you to do that activity. But I'm just only here for presentation. So this is now I'm gonna save this file. So I'm gonna save this file as save as. So this will be our part. So I'm gonna save this file as save as. Save this as a part 13. So we have now created the file. So clicking on home tab, then we have your view, visual styles, so shaded with edges. Okay, so we have the activity done.